Number 7 is Shazam. So Billy Batson, in the Billy Batson we know, especially in the movie, he's got this wonderful foster family, but here he would not. He'd be shuffled between abusive homes and really overlooked by a system that would see him as just another troubled kid. He'd be really hardened by his experiences. He would not let it break his spirit. He would still be somebody who is a good person, somebody who tries to help people. But he would run away and just escape from that cruelty. And while he was on the run, he would survive through petty crimes, shoplifting, just for food, trying to pick pockets, hustling people for money, just to meet his basic needs. He's not somebody out there who's like, some big deal criminal. So despite all that, though, his innate goodness would still shine through, and he would share the little that he had with other kids, kind of Aladdin style, try to protect them from the dangers of the streets and be sort of a leader for them. And that on its own, I think, could lead to some interesting stories where he's protecting some of these kids. Then one night, he's trying to steal from a convenience store, and a mysterious homeless figure, maybe a wizard, catches him. And instead of turning him in, Mr. Wizard begins to test him with cryptic questions about morality and responsibility and power. And you can see that he's kind of liking what he hears. Later, you see Billy's selflessness. It's put to the test. There's a younger runaway who's a gang of really violent people. Maybe they're working for a slumlord. And you could make it very dramatic. It could be maybe somebody who has a network of, maybe they're child traffickers or something. But whatever the case may be, they're trying to get this kid, and Billy shields the kid from the attack. And Mr. Wizard appears, deems him worthy, and gives him the powers of Shazam. The biggest thing that would be different is, and this is kind of like how it is in Superman, where he doesn't have his full strength powers right away. And it would be similar here. Billy would gain the strength and stamina of those mythic heroes, but at this point, his powers would be unstable, incomplete. Just like Superman doesn't start out a fully formed Superman, Shazam would not start out a fully formed Shazam. So every fight is a little bit of a gamble, because it's not an immediate transformation. He's manifesting fragments of Shazam's ability, maybe super strength for a period of time, maybe a burst of speed, things like that. And he has to work to develop those powers. It's not just like you snap your fingers and, hey, now you're a superhero. And even with his superpowers, he stays on the streets. He's homeless. He's hiding his identity from the kids he protects. And he struggles to do what he can to be a hero while also surviving day to day and taking care of these kids who are sort of under his protection now. And Black Adam would be the ruler of Kondak. He's using his resources and his political strength, and he's just got a very dominant position in the geopolitical landscape. He's got a state-backed corporation, because you don't want to have everything be running through the Lazarus Corporation. I think there should be a few different corporations, and then maybe some subsidiaries, stuff like that. But you've got to break that up, I think. So Black Adam, he's got this company, and runaway children from Billy's city are being trafficked to work in Black Adam's secret labs. And that leads Billy to discover what's happening over there in Black Adam's country and how they're destabilizing neighboring regions. So you've got, on the one hand, this local protecting these kids. You could even, there's all different kinds of things that you could do on a smaller scale at the street level, especially while he's not fully powered. But then ultimately work up to that larger conflict where, that I think would tie into whatever they're working on, because clearly they've got something in mind. You've got all these corporations, you've got Brainiac doing research, you've got Joker hanging out at a semiconductor plant. These are all things that I think could tie into that.